Hội đồng thành phố San Jose đồng chấp thuận cấm cờ đỏ. Kính thưa quý khán thính giả, lúc 10 giờ sáng thứ Ba ngày 24 tháng 1 năm 2017, tại khu hội cựu tù nhân chính trị Bắc California, nơi đặt văn phòng Ban đại diện Cộng đồng người Việt quốc gia Bắc California, Chủ tịch Phạm Hữu Sơn chủ trì một phiên họp bàn với các tổ chức đoàn thể, các nhân sĩ cộng đồng với mục đích chuẩn bị phương cách tốt nhất sao cho Nghị Quyết 3.8 chống cờ đỏ sao vàng được Hội đồng thành phố thông qua vào tối nay. Nghị Quyết 3.8 không cho phép treo cờ đỏ sao vàng của Cộng sản Việt Nam trên các cột cờ của thành phố San Jose. Nghị quyết này do Nghị viên Nguyễn Tâm đề xuất và được đồng soạn thảo bởi 4 nghị viên thành phố San Jose gồm có Nghị viên Nguyễn Tâm, Nghị viên Nguyễn Mạnh, Nghị viên Sergio Jimenez và Nghị viên Magdalena Carrasco và được đệ trình vào ngày 19 tháng 12 năm 2016. 3 tuần sau, ngày 11 tháng 1 năm 2017, trong một phiên họp với cộng đồng người Việt, Ủy ban định chế thành phố San Jose đã chấp thuận đưa nghị quyết này vào nghị trình phiên họp của Hội đồng thành phố San Jose vào ngày 24 tháng 1 năm 2017. Trở lại với buổi họp của cộng đồng tại khu hội vào buổi sáng ngày 24 tháng 1 năm 2017 để chuẩn bị cho buổi tối điều trần trước Hội đồng thành phố San Jose. Tiếp xúc với nghị viên Kimberly Hồ của thành phố Westminster từ Nam Cali đến đây, chúng tôi được bà cho biết mục đích bà có mặt trong buổi họp này. Kính thưa quý khán thính giả, hôm nay ngày 24 tháng Giêng năm 2017, chúng tôi đang có mặt tại khu hội cựu tù nhân chính trị ở miền Bắc California và bên cạnh chúng tôi là nghị viên Kimberly Hồ. Bà là nghị viên, tân nghị viên thành phố Westminster. Thưa nghị viên, xin bà có thể cho biết rằng bà đến đây với mục đích gì ạ?
Dạ thưa Kimberly, trước hết muốn say hello với quý khán thính giả đã cho Kimberly cơ hội đến đây ngày hôm nay để nói lên cái nghị quyết 488 của thành phố Westminster đã thông qua ngày 14 tháng 12 năm 2016. Đúng là cái ngày mà Kimberly nhậm chức là nghị viên thành phố Westminster. Chúng ta có một cái ngày đêm đó rất là quan trọng, là cái đêm historic, đã thông qua cái nghị quyết cấm cờ đỏ của Việt Cộng. Có thể nói là trưng bày trong bất cứ nơi nào ở thành phố Westminster. Đó là cái nghị quyết mà nói lên được cái lập trường của chúng ta với căn cứ của người tị nạn. Chúng ta đã đến Mỹ để có thể nói là tìm tự do. Kimberly thấy là nếu mà hôm nay, chiều nay, ngày 24 tháng Giêng, 7 giờ tối, Kimberly cũng rất là hân hạnh và cũng muốn kêu gọi tất cả mọi người đến City Hall của San Jose với cái mục đích là chúng ta cùng nhau cố gắng hết sức nói lên cái proposal này, để cho cái mục đích là để cho City cũng sẽ thông qua một cái nghị luật cũng giống như cái ở dưới Westminster. Đó là lý do mà Kimberly lên đây hôm nay.
Thưa quý vị, bên cạnh chúng tôi là ông Vũ Huynh Trưởng, là Phó Chủ tịch Ban đại diện Cộng đồng người Việt quốc gia tại Bắc California. Và thưa ông, xin ông có thể cho biết về cảm nhận của ông khi mà ông thấy rằng một nghị viên từ thành phố Westminster lên đây để mà support cho cái cuộc hearing của Hội đồng thành phố San Jose về vấn đề mà cấm cờ đỏ tại San Jose.
Vâng, thưa ký giả Mỹ Lợi và thưa quý vị thính giả, cái việc làm mà của thành phố Westminster cử một đại diện là nghị viên Kimberly Hồ, đại diện cho thành phố Westminster lên trên Bắc Cali để cùng với lại đồng bào Bắc Cali, San Jose chúng tôi vận động cho cái nghị quyết cấm cờ đỏ tại San Jose này. Đây là một việc làm mà tôi nghĩ rằng là việc làm đầu tiên khởi đầu là của ông thị trưởng thành phố Westminster cũng như là tất cả các nghị viên của thành phố Westminster đã đi một cái trận đầu và đã hoàn toàn thắng lợi để đem lại cái sự gọi là cấm cái lá cờ máu không được trưng bày ở bất cứ nơi nào ở thành phố Westminster. Và sau đó thì trên Bắc Cali chúng tôi, nghị viên Nguyễn Tâm đã tiếp tục cái con đường đó để mà làm, và được sự hỗ trợ của thành phố Westminster cử một đại diện lên đây để cùng với chúng tôi trong cái ngày mà vận động cho cái nghị quyết ở trên thành phố San Jose, Bắc Cali này được thành công, thì đó là một việc làm mà chúng tôi thấy rằng là hết sức là gọi là phải nói rằng là đây là một cái việc làm mà có một cái sự kết hợp giữa Nam cũng như Bắc Cali cùng với nhau để mà chúng ta tranh đấu, thì tôi thấy rằng đây là một con đường coi như là một cái mũi dùi để mà chúng ta sẽ đi thẳng tuốt về tới Việt Nam, thưa ông ký giả Mỹ Lợi và thưa quý vị thính giả.
Sau nghi thức chào cờ, bỉ Việt và phúc mặc niệm, bà Lê Thanh nhờ luật sư Đỗ Doãn Quế trao tặng bông hồng vàng do chính tay bà Thanh thực hiện, đặc biệt dành cho nghị viên Kimberly Hồ. Tham dự buổi họp có ban đại diện cộng đồng gồm ông Chủ tịch Phạm Hữu Sơn và 2 phó chủ tịch cùng các thành viên. Có sự tham gia của cô Vân Lan Trương, phụ tá của bà Cindy Chavez, giám sát viên quận hạt Santa Clara, cô Mindy Nguyễn, đại diện dân biểu Ascara, cô Vân Lê, ủy viên học khu, cô Cao Thị Tình, cựu thẩm phán Khôi và bà Lê Thanh, v.v. Về phía truyền thông có 2 nhà báo Huỳnh Lương Thiện và Phạm Lễ, các phóng viên Hải Bùi, Nghê Lữ, Trương Xuân Mẫn và Mỹ Lợi. Mở đầu cuộc họp, Chủ tịch Phạm Hữu Sơn sau lời cảm ơn những vị hiện diện, ông giới thiệu nghị viên Kimberly Hồ, đại diện thị trưởng thành phố Westminster, đến đây để hỗ trợ cho việc điều trần vào tối nay. Ông kêu gọi người Việt hãy tham gia thật đông đảo cuộc điều trần tối nay để nói lên tinh thần đoàn kết, nâng cao sức mạnh của cộng đồng, không chấp nhận lá cờ Việt Cộng xuất hiện bất cứ hình thức nào tại San Jose.
Chúng tôi rất hân hoan đón tiếp chị Kimberly Hồ cũng như tất cả quý vị hiện diện trong cái buổi họp ngày hôm nay. Kính thưa quý vị, bất cứ cuộc đấu tranh nào nếu có cam go thì mới mang lại những cái sự vinh dự. Đây là một cuộc đấu tranh chắc chắn rằng sẽ có nhiều cam go, sẽ có nhiều trở ngại. Bằng chứng là cái tờ Local News Mercury ở thành phố San Jose này đã bắt đầu đưa lên cái hình ảnh của cái lá cờ đỏ sao vàng, coi như là họ đã nhận thức được cái vấn đề này rất là hệ trọng. Cho nên công cuộc đấu tranh của chúng ta tối ngày hôm nay cũng gặp rất nhiều thử thách. Chúng tôi kính mong tất cả toàn thể quý vị hãy bớt chút thì giờ hiện diện đông đủ tại tòa thị chính để chúng ta cùng nhau hỗ trợ tinh thần cho cái công cuộc đấu tranh của toàn thể cộng đồng của chúng ta. Một nơi mà được mang danh là thủ phủ đấu tranh. Thủ phủ đấu tranh mà chúng ta không đạt được cái mục tiêu triệt hạ cái lá cờ đỏ thì đó là một cái sự tổn thất rất là quan trọng. Chúng ta không bao giờ chấp thuận cái lá cờ đỏ sao vàng đã xuất hiện tại nơi thủ phủ đấu tranh của chúng ta. Chúng tôi xin trân trọng kính chào toàn thể quý vị.
Tiếp đó, nghị viên Kimberly Hồ phát biểu trích đoạn.
Và Kimberly cũng xin gửi lời thân mến đến chào tất cả quý đồng hương tại San Jose, California. Kimberly xin thưa với quý vị và có vài lời để gửi đến quý vị. Kính thưa quý vị, hôm nay Kimberly Hồ, nghị viên thành phố Westminster rất hân hạnh đến đây để đại diện thị trưởng Tạ Đức Chí và hội đồng thành phố Westminster để trước hết trao tặng quý vị nghị quyết chống việc trưng bày cờ Cộng sản tại thành phố Westminster đã được thông qua vào ngày 14 tháng 12 năm 2016.
Sau đó, nghị viên Kimberly Hồ, đại diện Hội đồng thành phố Westminster, trao tặng cộng đồng người Việt quốc gia Bắc California bản nghị quyết chống việc trưng bày cờ Cộng sản tại thành phố Westminster được thông qua vào ngày 14 tháng 12 năm 2016.
Và xin tóm lại bằng tiếng Việt. Đây là cái resolution số 4818. Và Kimberly có thể tóm lại bằng tiếng Việt như thế này. Nghị quyết 4818 cấm cờ đỏ của thành phố Westminster, và quý vị có thể tham khảo đầy đủ bằng Anh ngữ và chúng tôi gửi đây tặng cho quý vị. Từ năm 1975, gần 3 triệu người Việt đã bỏ nước ra đi để lánh nạn Cộng sản. Đa số định cư ở Hoa Kỳ và thành phố có lệ nhiều người Việt Nam nhất là Westminster. Lá cờ đại diện cho người Việt Nam ở Hoa Kỳ là lá cờ vàng 3 sọc đỏ của Việt Nam Cộng hòa trước đây. Đó là lá cờ biểu tượng cho tự do của người Mỹ gốc Việt và của quốc gia Việt Nam. Lá cờ này đã được thành phố Westminster, nhiều thành phố khác, quận hạt, tiểu bang công nhận là lá cờ đại diện cho người Việt tự do. Trong khi đó, tại Việt Nam, cờ đỏ sao vàng là cờ của Đảng Cộng sản Việt Nam, là của nhà cầm quyền Cộng sản, chứ không phải cho nhân dân Việt Nam. Lá cờ đỏ hay cờ máu là biểu hiệu của độc tài, đảng trị và đàn áp các người tranh đấu cho tự do, dân chủ tại Việt Nam. Lá cờ này gây căm phẫn cho người Việt tự do vì Cộng sản đã chà đạp nhân quyền và tự do ở Việt Nam. Do đó, thị trưởng và các nghị viên hội đồng thành phố không muốn có sự trưng bày lá cờ đỏ này bất cứ nơi nào trong địa dư của thành phố Westminster. Trong buổi họp ngày 14 tháng 12, toàn thể thị trưởng và nghị viên đã bỏ phiếu 5/5 để thứ nhất, thị trưởng và hội đồng thành phố xác nhận là công nhận cờ vàng 3 sọc đỏ, lá cờ của Việt Nam, Cộng hòa là lá cờ của nước Việt Nam, và lá cờ này được treo ở các công thự của thành phố hay trên đường phố vào những dịp lễ lạc. Thứ hai, thị trưởng và hội đồng thành phố không cho phép trưng bày hay xuất hiện của lá cờ đỏ sao vàng của Cộng sản Việt Nam trong địa dư của thành phố bất cứ lúc nào, vì đây là lá cờ biểu hiệu cho sự độc tài. Thứ ba, luật sự của thành phố sẽ ghi nhận và thi hành quyết nghị này. Quyết nghị thông qua 5/5 ngày 14 tháng 12 năm 2016 tại Westminster. Chúng tôi xin cảm ơn quý vị đã theo dõi và mong rằng nghị quyết này sẽ được thông qua tại đây, tại thành phố San Jose. Nhân dịp đầu năm xin thân chúc quý vị năm mới an khang, thịnh vượng và cầu mong có ngày về trên quê hương thanh bình tự do. Xin cảm ơn quý vị.
Cô Mindy đọc lá thư dân biểu Ascara gửi cho Hội đồng thành phố San Jose kêu gọi thông qua nghị quyết cấm cờ đỏ.
Over the last 40 years, the Vietnamese American community has made substantial contributions to our city. And while the Vietnamese community has flourished here in America, many have not forgotten about the millions that continue to suffer under Vietnam's current regime, and to this day still actively protest the Vietnamese government and their inhumane treatment of their citizens. The Republic of the Vietnam flag consists of three red stripes over gold, is proudly raised in the community here in San Jose to remind us that everyone on this earth is entitled to freedom, democracy, and human rights. Supporting this resolution will show San Jose's steadfast commitment to the Vietnamese American community and recognize their achievements and honor our history. I commend my former colleagues at the San Jose City Council for bringing this important issue forward. I stand in solidarity with the Vietnamese American community here in San Jose, and I urge the Council to adopt the resolution to oppose any display of the flag of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam here in the city of San Jose. Cảm ơn.
Trong buổi họp này đã có nhiều ý kiến đóng góp cách thức vận động tốt nhất để góp phần thành công cho nghị quyết chống cờ đỏ sẽ diễn ra vào tối ngày hôm nay. Buổi họp kết thúc lúc 11 giờ 30 sáng cùng ngày.
Down with communism.
Vào buổi tối cùng ngày 24 tháng 1 năm 2017, Hội đồng thành phố bắt đầu phiên điều trần về nghị quyết chống cờ đỏ vào lúc 7 giờ 30 tối với trên 250 người tham dự. Đa số là những người thường có mặt trong các cuộc sinh hoạt cộng đồng người Việt quốc gia Bắc California. Đã có 57 người lên phát biểu ủng hộ nghị quyết chống cờ đỏ của Cộng sản Việt Nam. Chỉ có 4 người phát biểu phản đối. Thưa quý vị, cùng ủng hộ nghị quyết chống cờ đỏ tại San Jose có Thượng nghị sĩ Jimenez Nguyễn, dân biểu liên bang Rocana, dân biểu Ascara, Nghị viên Nguyễn Tâm, Nghị viên Diệp Thế Lân, Nghị viên Anthony Phan của thành phố Milpitas. Trước ngày biểu quyết nghị quyết chống cờ đỏ, nhiều hãng truyền thông Hoa Kỳ đưa tin, điển hình như BBC, VOA, San Jose Mercury News.
Good evening, honorable mayors and council members. Will be speaking on my name is Brian Doe. I will be speaking on behalf of Congressman Rocana. First, the Congressman would like to thank Councilmember Tam Nguyen for your leadership on this project, on these resolutions. He also would like to thank the mayor and all the other council members who have voiced their support of these resolutions and those who have signed on this memo. The Congressman support the San Jose City Council resolutions tonight that oppose the display of the red flags of the totalitarian regime of Vietnam. That regime has suppressed human rights and jailed writers and dissidents. One of the reasons the Congressman has opposed the TPP is that we should not conduct business with that regime until respect human rights. We also should not display its flag in San Jose. Thank you. Thank you.
Sau 2 tiếng đồng hồ lắng nghe ý kiến của cư dân, Hội đồng thành phố San Jose đã biểu quyết với số phiếu tuyệt đối là 11 phiếu thuận, không phiếu chống. Hội đồng thành phố tuyên bố đồng thuận nghị quyết 3.8 không cho phép treo cờ đỏ sao vàng của Cộng sản Việt Nam trên các cột cờ của thành phố. Nói chung là không cho treo cờ Cộng sản Việt Nam tại các cơ sở thuộc sở hữu của thành phố San Jose. Đồng hương đều đứng bật dậy reo hò vui mừng cảm ơn Hội đồng thành phố San Jose đã biết lắng nghe nguyện vọng của người dân. Sau đó, mọi người ra ngoài cửa phòng hội tập trung chung quanh Nghị viên Nguyễn Tâm, tác giả của nghị quyết 3.8 để chụp hình lưu niệm. Mời quý vị theo dõi như sau.
Chúng tôi vừa nói lời cảm ơn sự phát biểu, sự ủng hộ của nghị viên Diệp Thế Lân và sự phát biểu của ông Mayor thì được nhắc lại là chúng ta có một cái động lực đến với đây nhân dịp này để từ nay trở đi cộng đồng chúng ta tiếp tục tham gia, không phải dừng lại ở đây mà sẽ tiếp tục đấu tranh tiếng nói cho cộng đồng, đồng thời nhiều việc khác quan trọng cho thành phố. Trước khi dứt lời để nhường lời lại cho Diệp Nghị Thế Lân một lần nữa, tôi xin cảm ơn đồng bào, cảm ơn các bạn ở xa từ những vùng cam lên trong Đại Phúc, cảm ơn mọi người. Có thể nói là đây là cái dịp mà chúng ta ngồi gần lại với nhau để tiếp tục đấu tranh cho hai việc. Thứ nhất là cái lý tưởng của người quốc gia dân cộng sản, và thứ hai nguyện vọng của lợi chính đáng của chúng ta. Xin mời luôn.
Đúng vậy. Xin chào tất cả toàn thể quý vị. Chúng tôi là nghị viên Diệp Thế Lân. Hôm nay quý vị đến cảm ơn tôi, nhưng mà thật sự cái đó không có cần cảm ơn, cái đó là một cái trách nhiệm của một người Việt Nam. Nên cái đó là không cần cái đó. Và nếu có cảm ơn thì cảm ơn nghị viên Nguyễn Tâm, cảm ơn nghị viên Nguyễn Mạnh hai người đã đề cử cái vấn đề ra để cho hội đồng thành phố biểu quyết. Và tôi sẵn sàng tiếp tục trong tương lai hợp tác với Nghị viên Tâm để làm những việc có ích lợi cho cộng đồng Việt Nam và cho toàn thể thành phố San Jose nói chung.
Vì ủng hộ cộng đồng thì khi tới chúng tôi bỏ phiếu vì tôi là
trưởng tại Chí và rất là hân hạnh được tham gia buổi hội thảo hôm nay tại tòa thủ đô chính của thành phố San Jose. Ngày hôm nay chính quý vị các cử tri của San Jose là những người stars của nghị quyết này, mà cũng vì lý do đó quý vị đã ra rất là đông đủ và khi mình rất là impressed với cái tinh thần của chống cộng. Và một lần nữa chúc mừng San Jose đã giúp để thông qua cái nghị quyết này.
Kính chào quý vị khán giả của chương trình Việt Vùng Vịnh. Dạ, tôi là Đỗ Minh Ngọc. Hôm nay tôi có mặt trong cái buổi bầu nghị quyết chống cờ đỏ sao vàng xuất hiện tại thành phố San Jose. Cảm xúc của tôi thật là vui lắm, mừng lắm.
Hôm nay là một sự chiến thắng lịch sử và đây là một cái sự kiện ở Việt Nam đang tác hại đất nước ta, tác hại đồng bào ta, và xin các vị đừng quên là hãy đứng lên đập đổ Formosa, kêu nó cút khỏi Việt Nam.
Quyết định của thành phố này đã đem lại niềm vui cho cộng đồng của chúng ta, và chúng ta hãy nhớ đêm nay và nhớ những cái giá trị của tự do, dân chủ và dân quyền để chúng ta tiếp tục tranh đấu cho đời sống hàng ngày cũng như cho đời sống của cộng đồng dân Việt của chúng ta ở khắp nơi.
Sau đây, mời quý vị theo dõi video của thành phố San Jose ghi hình toàn bộ cuộc điều trần về nghị quyết 3.8 chống cờ đỏ sao vàng bắt đầu từ lúc 7 giờ 30 tối và kết thúc lúc 9 giờ 30 tối cùng ngày. Mỹ Lợi tường thuật từ San Jose xin thân ái kính chào quý vị.
Good evening and welcome. Kính chào quý vị. Welcome to all. We are about to begin our meeting for the evening of January 24th, 2017. Back to the afternoon calendar, there's one item left. That's item 3.8, and that is a resolution reaffirming prior recognition of the Vietnamese heritage and freedom flag. And as the official flag and opposing display of flag of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam on city-owned flagpoles. I appreciate the work of Councilmember Tam Nguyen and all the council members who joined Councilmember Nguyen in this effort. Appreciate the efforts of our city attorney's office to ensure that we had something that would comply with First Amendment. I think that's first and foremost. We are sworn to uphold the Constitution, so we're going to do that. And I want to thank the members of the community who came out. Chúc mừng năm mới. Happy New Year to all in the year of the rooster. Councilmember. Councilmember Nguyen.
Thank you, Mayor. I really appreciate it. Before I would start anything, I really wish to thank the Mayor's comments and leadership, and especially the city attorney, because sometimes when we want to do a little bit with our heart, the heart is bigger than the mind, and so the language kind of vague and broad. So with your guidance and your staff, I really appreciate it. That will clean it up, and therefore the amended resolution will be very straightforward, so clean, and only one point. And that point is to simplify, is to save us from the headache of any resources, of any effort that we have tried to spend, like the little city up north there, they have to do every year. They fly a flag, then that caused the broad community and more trouble than the benefit they brought. So therefore, for the community, that we escape from the brutality and the travesty of Vietnam for freedom. We want nothing more than peace of mind. But then for the city, this resolution will bring. Therefore, on that note, before I start introducing a little bit, I try to be brief. I promise you, the mayor and council colleague, even though we have a lot of support, hundreds of them, but they promised me only a few of them will speak, and they give only 30 seconds each. All right. And I also would like to welcome Dr. Kimberly Ho from Westminster, who is the councilwoman from Westminster, and who has passed a resolution, and that borrowed from you, Kimberly. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for your support leadership. Mayor and my colleague, more than 200,000 South Vietnamese soldiers killed during the war, and the North lost about 500,000. But most importantly, the American people have lost more than 58,000 sons and daughters of their own. Because of what? Because they oppose the red flag. And throughout the effort that we do together as allies, we have fought together for the cause. But 1975 came, and the North, with the tremendous support from the allies, overran the South. So as a result, hundreds of thousands of us gave up everything and risked our lives, and we came to America. We led the effort, we rebuilt our home, and now we found peace, we found home. So now suddenly there's the idea of somebody dare enough to remind us of our nightmare by trying to bring some red flags to America. They brought it to Virginia a few months ago. They tried to bring that to Westminster. That's why they caused the leadership of Westminster to issue a resolution stating their position. We don't want any trouble there. And the people sounds, they request me, hey, Councilman, look at that. We all want the same thing. All we want is peace of mind. So can you help work with the city and give us that leadership that we've been hoping for, some guidance, support, that we can call this a home. We find this a home of the brave and the house of the free. Therefore, with that, on one hand, we recognize people's right to speech, of freedom of display. But let me tell you what's very simple. You have all the opportunity in the world, including Vietnam and the rest of the world, to display your flag. Just leave us alone. All we want is to be left alone, build on our home that we have together. And in the past, this city leadership have been standing by us for the 3 times. 11 years ago, you honorably respected and voted a resolution to recognize our flag. And then last year, I remember, our mayor and together with Vice Mayor Madison went together, you co-author a resolution to not welcoming any communist officials. And then recently, again, this council, we have passed a resolution last year to prevent any people from who are involved in torturing the Vietnamese people to welcome to America. Now, let me, in closing, not only the Vietnamese Americans are victims of the red flags, but my colleague, our own colleague here, also been a victim of this horrible flag that during her campaign 6 years ago, and they used that against her, and as a result, she suffers. So don't tell me not only Vietnamese Americans suffer, but good, right, 100% American people still suffer. On that note, I would like to show very briefly, and we would help please share with me two pictures very, very briefly. The first picture epitomizes the story. I want you to meet one person. He's not a soldier. He's not a politician. He's not a leader or anybody, except he's a simple, humble, poor priest. And he was arrested for speaking out on religious freedom. And after his trial in 2007, which is 9 years ago, he was denied of his own defense. And when he tried to speak of his defense, a plainclothes police officer wrestled him, subdued him, and finally muffled his mouth with his 2 strong hands. And a Japanese videographer took that picture, that the only one who came out of the country 9 years ago. That tells you what it means by the red flag of the communists. And that was the past. And we thought they're getting better, right? So could you go to the second picture? Recently, about last week, a lady, a mother of 2 young children, her name is Phạm Thị Nga. She's been arrested and put in incommunicado, and the Human Rights Watch Asia wrote about her. We are concerned about another Vietnamese human rights activist, Ms. Toàn Thị Nga, has been arrested and charged under Article 88, conducting propaganda against the socialists of Vietnam. Ms. Nga has known for defending the rights of Vietnamese workers and people whose land was seized by authorities, was arrested at her home on January 21st in Vietnam. Article 88 considered a national security offense and carried a sentence of 20 years of imprisonment for innocent mother of 2 who speaks out on behalf of other poor people. That's what the red flag represents nowadays. On that behalf, I would like to ask the mayor and council, please allow the community to share some thought very briefly before allow me to return for conclude. Thank you, Mayor.
All right. Thank you, Council Member. I'd like to ask members of the community to come now to speak. And again, my apologies for limiting the speech to a minute, but we want to make sure we're able to hear everyone before the hour gets too late. And if we could, please refrain from applauding so that way we can hear everyone. Otherwise, we'll have people trying to talk over the applause. Councilmember Ho, thank you for joining us. After Councilmember...
We're going to ask the translator to make an announcement.
Okay, yes, please. Thank you.
Tiếng Việt. Chúng tôi có cung cấp cho quý vị thông dịch viên tiếng Việt ở đây sẽ trình bày lại bằng tiếng Anh cho Hội đồng thành phố.
Okay. Councilmember Ho, welcome. Yes. After Dr. Ho is Tan Vo, followed by Joseph Vo, Hien Nguyen, and I believe it's To Din Lei. Forgive me, it's difficult to read the writing, but I believe it's To Din Lei. Hi.
Hello. I know you're limiting. Are you limiting to 1 minute? I hope
yes,
finish.
I'm very sorry.
Okay. All right. Good evening, Mayor and City Council. My name is Dr. Kimberly Ho. I have the distinct pleasure of representing the people of Westminster in Southern California as one of their council members. I am here tonight to speak on behalf of Mayor Tri Ta and the Westminster City Council. Before I begin, I do want to thank Council Member Tam Nguyen and Mayor Sam Liccardo for allowing me to express some of my thoughts tonight. The people of Westminster and the people of San Jose have a lot in common. First, we share a common ancestry. We represent the largest concentration of Vietnamese Americans in the U.S. This bond ties us together as we share our culture and experience with our communities. We have similar desires. We want to see our cities flourish, to see them become places that the rest of the world can point to as an example of what it is possible when people embrace their opportunities in life and work for the betterment of their communities. We have a common thread in our lives, and that is we all value the freedoms that we now have, that we have found in our cities and the United States. Chief among those freedoms is the ability to create for ourselves a future of our own choosing. We are also all aware that there are places in the world where this is sadly not the case.
Councilmember, thank you. If I could ask you just to wrap it up after this sentence.
I apologize.
No
okay,
problem.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for having me.
Thank you, Councilmember. Tan Vo, followed by Joseph Vo. Come on down as I call your name. Joseph Vo, Hien Nguyen, To Din Lei.
Hello, Mr. Mayor and on the City Council member and on the fellow over here. My name is Joseph Vo. I come here today to support the Revolution 3.8. This is the flag. I really wanted it, and I really don't want the communism flag hanging up in front of our city. And I also ask all the people down here, if you agree with me, please stand up. Okay, and I just want everybody to understand the reason I am here. This is really serious and important issue of all Vietnamese American community down here. Not even here, all the people in this country, almost 2 million Vietnamese American. We always stand on our flag.
Thank you,
we
sir.
don't.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Have a good night. Joseph Vo? Welcome.
To Honorable Mayor, Vice Mayor, and all council members of the city of San Jose. My name is Hiên Nguyễn on behalf of the Overseas Vietnamese Women Association of Northern California. San Jose is our home, our last safe home for refugees fleeing from the communists. We escaped from them just like the Jews escaped from the Nazis. We fear the horrible, bloody flag in the same way. Thank you for your leadership and support in giving us a peace of mind. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir. After Joseph Vo is To Din Lay.
Yes, I am.
Thuy Lay, Mike Mai, Yvonne Lay, and Tin Cao. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Council Member of San Jose City. I am Tho Lê and represent former Vietnam Armed Forces Alliance. As you know, Mr. Council Member Tâm Nguyễn explained about communists of Vietnam. We say VC, commit crimes against human rights in Vietnam strongly. So I believe you understand everything, the communist totality and torture Vietnamese people in Vietnam. If you think you display the communist red flags in San Jose, you have to think about this. You try to display the Nazi flags before the Jewish community, and then you think, what should they do?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. No, that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. Yep, thank you. Hello, Mike. Welcome.
My mayor and council. I'm Mike Mai at San Jose. Am I the Army Comrade of former Army of Republic of Vietnam, as well as my fellow Vietnamese Republic residents who live and work in the city of San Jose. We do not want to see the Vietnamese Communist red flag with a gold star in our city. It symbolizes the evil Vietnam Communist dictatorship, oppressive government, and human rights violation. We do not want to see display in any separate or form in the city of San Jose. We like the former Republic of Vietnam, while Republic, freedom, and democracy. It is the yellow flag with 3 red strips that Vietnam American community, the United States, believe, respect, and honor. It's really the only Vietnamese flag the want to see. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Welcome. Welcome, sir. If you could please tell us your name.
Tôi Lê Văn Ý, cử tri khu vực 9, năm 1953. My name is Lê Văn Ý, cử tri khu vực 9, năm 1953. Gia đình tôi bị Cộng sản giết một nửa vì gia đình tôi chống chủ thuyết Cộng sản vô thần.
My name is Uy Lee, the residents of District 9. In 1953, my family was killed. Half of my family was killed by the communist, because we oppose the communist regime.
Nên trong vòng miền Nam Việt Nam năm 1975, Cộng sản lại chiếm trọn Việt Nam, nên tiểu gia đình chúng tôi phải trốn Cộng sản một lần nữa.
We fled. That's why we fled to the South Vietnam in 1975. I have to run away from them once again.
Tôi đã bỏ phiếu từ năm 1980 tới giờ. Gia đình tôi xin thị trưởng và hội đồng thành phố yểm trợ nghị quyết 33.8. Xin cảm ơn quý vị.
I have been voted for 20 years now, since 1980, that I wish that the mayor and also the city council would agree for 3.8.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Cảm ơn. Welcome.
Good evening, Mayor and Council members. I'm Tin Cao, resident of Vietnamese Catholic Conscience Group in San Jose and also a resident of District 9. We, the Vietnamese overseas, refer the red flag as a bloody flag because of the brutality and unhuman treatment of the regime to its people. Communist Vietnam denied the basic human rights to its people, such as freedom of press, religion, expression, association, assembly, etc. I would like to ask all of you a question. Do you condone the violation of human rights in Vietnam? If the answer is no, please vote yes for the resolution. A vote yes show your support for the human rights activists and cyber dissidents in Vietnam. And more important, stand in solidarity with your voters, Vietnamese in San Jose. I also strongly disagree with the tyranny sympathizer that the resolution violates the First Amendment. No, it does not, because any freedom has its limitation as well. A display of red flag is an act of provocation to the Vietnamese community in San Jose. So please do not allow the red flag to fly in San Jose.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Welcome, sir. Please. After Joseph Wu and Thuy Le, Yvonne Lei, Linda
Good evening.
I'm sorry, just one moment. Linda Ta, followed by Thomas Wells, Robert Imhoff, and Fong Juan. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, Mayor Licado and the council members. I'm coming here represent myself as a former soldier who fought the communists in Vietnam before 1975. I was wounded 3 times in the battlefield, and because of, to us, the red flag of the communists is nonsense to us. But we have to oppose it because it represents the oppressive regime of the communists. And we won't like, that flag to fly on the pole of our city. We're asking you, the Council of San Jose, a favor to vote for the resolution 3.8 to reaffirm the prior recognition of the Vietnamese heritage and the freedom flag as our official flag of the Vietnamese American. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Welcome, sir. If you could introduce yourself.
My name is Thuy Le.
I be here. I am citizen of city San Jose. Hôm nay tôi đến đây là tôi không muốn thấy cái lá cờ của Cộng sản. Lý do là
Today I'm coming here because I do not want to see the communist flag. And the reason is
58.000 quân nhân Mỹ đã chết ở chiến tranh Việt Nam.
58,000 American soldiers have lost their life in Vietnam War.
Trên 1 triệu công dân của Việt Nam Cộng Hòa đã bị chết
And more than a million people of Republic of Vietnam has died because of this war.
Bây giờ đây chúng tôi không muốn thấy lá cờ của Cộng sản bởi vì nó làm cho chúng tôi rất là khó chịu và chúng tôi muốn yên bình tại vùng đất San Jose này.
Now, if we see the communist flag, it will make us very uncomfortable. We just want to live a peaceful life here in San Jose.
Chúng tôi hy vọng Hội đồng thành phố quyết định là không có lá cờ của Cộng sản tại vùng đất San Jose này. Xin hết.
We wish that this San Jose City Council would grant it there will not be the communist flag in San Jose. That's all. Thank you.
Sir.
Good evening. My name is Thomas Wells. I'm representing the South Bay Democratic Socialists of America. We condemn this proposed flag ban as both hypocritical and undemocratic. The San Jose city government routinely displays the flag of Mexico during cultural celebrations in the city. But an Amnesty International report of 2016 reveals that Mexico has grave human rights violations, including torture, murder, and violence against women. Just what is it about the torture, murder, and violence against women in Mexico that is less onerous than the reports of human rights violations in Vietnam? It appears that as long as these sorts of abuses occur in a country which is not identified as communist, the city of San Jose is prepared to look the other way. But as soon as these abuses are alleged in the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, then they are really apparently pretty evil. This hypocrisy promotes a culture of fear within the city. In 1995, the U.S. government normalized relations with Vietnam.
Thank you,
but
sir.
the city of San Jose wants to return to the Cold War of the 50s and the 60s.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Imhoff?
Hello, good morning. Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Robert Imhoff. I'm hailing from East Foothills neighborhood, representing myself, neighbors, and the Libertarian Party of Santa Clara County. I'll make my first statement on behalf of the Libertarian Party of Santa Clara. Libertarian Party of Santa Clara County is against banning any single foreign flag on city property. Regardless of the city attorney's assessment, we feel that this is against the First Amendment principles and ideals. Further, we note that while the City Council has passed political resolutions in the past, this resolution goes far beyond the day-to-day functions of San Jose City government and the principles of nonpartisan elected council and mayor. A personal statement, bear with me, it veers. Vietnam is currently listed as a Category 2 by the FAA's International Aviation Administration. This means that they cannot have any direct flights from the United States to cities within that country. In June of 2006, they began steps to be able to have these direct flights. As of August 15th, Vietnam Airlines has announced that the country of Vietnam will be a Category 1 by 2018. To prepare for this, the airline has consulted the Boeing Company of Seattle, which has purchased 787 Dreamliners and Airbus 750-900s.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Van Lay?
Honorable Mayor Sam Ricardo, Vice Mayor Magdalena Carrasco, and all council members. My name is Van Lay. As a community activist and San Jose resident for over 35 years, speak for item 3.8 regarding the resolution to oppose the display of the flag of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam in the city of San Jose. I also want to deliver two strong supported letters to each of you for these resolutions, one from Federation of Vietnamese American Community of the USA, Inc., and the second one is from Vietnamese Community of Southern California after my comments. I hope you are aware of San Jose City Hall now at peace after the Little Saigon fiasco in 2008. Your decision tonight will help to heal completely the wound that the Vietnamese American residents endured in the last 9 years, and to also to honor the sacrifice of 58,000 American soldiers and all the 100,000 Vietnamese soldiers and people who fought for democracy, human rights in Vietnam. I'd like to repeat my comment on November 20th, 2007 during the Little Saigon hearing here and was recorded by San Jose Mercury News. We will not forget those who break our hearts, and we will remember those who honor the Vietnamese American community. We don't need another controversy to divide the Vietnamese American community in San Jose and waste city budget and time for safety and traffic in the community flags. Thank you.
Welcome. Trân trọng kính chào ông thị trưởng và toàn thể nghị viên của thành phố.
Good evening to the mayor and all the city members of San Jose City Council.
Tôi tên là Phạm Hữu Sơn.
My name is Son Hu Pham.
Hữu Sơn. Chủ tịch Ban đại diện cộng đồng người Việt quốc gia Bắc California.
I am the leader of the Vietnamese community of North California.
Hôm nay,
you're the president of
chúng tôi
the
tới
committee.
đây với tư cách là một người đóng thuế.
Today, I'm coming here as a taxpayer.
Một người dân để đi bầu là voter.
A voter.
Và chúng tôi cũng xin Hội đồng thành phố hãy bảo vệ danh dự cho 58.000 quân nhân Huế Kỳ.
And we would ask the city council to protect the honor 58,000 American soldiers.
Trong số đó có một số là cư dân của San Jose đang nằm tại Oak Hill.
In which a few of them are the residents of San Jose who now lying in Oak Hill.
Thành thử chúng tôi trân trọng kính xin Hội đồng thành phố không để cho cái lá cờ đỏ xuất hiện tại San Jose này.
And therefore, we begging the city council to not allow the red flag to appear in San Jose.
Một lần nữa chúng tôi xin quý vị bầu yes cho cái 3.8.
Once again, we would like you to pass item 3.8.
Xin trân trọng cảm ơn toàn thể.
Sincerely, thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Good evening, the Mayor San Jose. Good evening, the council members. My name is Dr. Nguyễn, and taxpayer and resident in San Jose. 40 years ago, we escaped from Vietnam because the Vietnamese Communist Party over there. We have 4 relatives die in the high sea. So today we come here to oppose the Vietnamese Communist Blast, and I come here to ask council member and everybody to support for item 3.8. Thank you very much for your support, Vietnamese community.
Thank you, sir. Linda Ta, followed by Phong Huang. Yes, you should only come down if I've called your name.
I'm Phong Huang.
Oh, you are? Great. Please come on in. Thank you.
Okay. Honorable Mayor Liccardo, the honorable members of councils, and fellow residents of San Jose and the audience. My name is Phong Huang. I am a Vietnamese American and represents the Vietnamese youth generation here in San Jose, District 2, for more than 25 years now. I'm here today to show my support for the Republic of Vietnam yellow flag, and I am adding myself to the group that's strongly against the Vietnamese Communist red flag. In year 1975, my family was rather die on the sea than chosen to live with the horrible Vietnamese communist regimes. As you may have already known, our Republic of Vietnam's yellow flag is a symbol of our hope and freedom. To us, Vietnamese American, flying the Vietnamese communist flag is the same as flying the Nazi Germany flags to the Jewish Holocaust victims. Displaying the Vietnamese communist flag in San Jose will cause a very strong objection in the Vietnamese American community.
Thank you, sir.
Thus, I strongly urge everybody to support us.
Thank
you,
you.
Council.
Linda Ta, followed by Chiet Tran, followed by Min Nguyen, followed by Yep Phan, followed by Quoc Nguyen, Do Ngok, I'm sorry, that's Do Ngok, living on Coral Court. Welcome, sir. Would you please identify yourself, sir?
Tôi tên là Daniel Nguyễn, kính chào quý bà, quý ông và các thính giả trong phòng này.
My name is Daniel Nguyen. Good evening to ladies, gentlemen, and the audience in this chamber.
Kính xin quý vị nhớ rằng có 58.000 quân nhân Hoa Kỳ đã hy sinh tại Việt Nam cũng tại lá cờ Việt Cộng.
Please remember that 58,000 American soldiers have sacrificed their life in Vietnam because of that communist flag.
Sau ngày 30 tháng 4 năm 1975, đồng bào Việt Nam chúng tôi mất nước, mất chồng, mất vợ, mất con, mất vân vân cũng tại lá cờ Việt Cộng.
After April 30th, 75, our people, Vietnamese people, we lost our country, lost our husbands, lost our wives, our children, also because of that communist flag.
Hiện tại, toàn thể đồng bào Việt Nam trong nước mất tự do, mất dân chủ, mất dân quyền cũng tại lá cờ Việt Cộng.
Right now, all Vietnamese people in Vietnam lost their freedom, their human rights, also because of the communist flag.
Hiện nay, cộng đồng Việt Nam chúng tôi tại Hoa Kỳ làm việc đóng thuế cho nước Mỹ. Mùa bầu cử chúng tôi bầu quý vị vào những chức vụ hiện nay.
Right now, the Vietnamese community in the United States working and pay taxes. During the elections seasons, we also voted you into your position right now, today.
Kính xin quý vị chọn ước nguyện của đồng bào Việt Nam tị nạn cộng sản và nhất quyết chống lá cờ Việt Cộng tại Hoa Kỳ bất cứ chỗ nào.
We sincerely asking you to grant our wish, the Vietnamese community wish, the refugees from Vietnam. We determined to oppose the Viet Cong, I would say the communist flag. Cảm ơn.
Linda Ta, Chiet Tran. Welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and Council member. I am Dennis Nguyen. I come here to support for resolution 308. I remember 1972 when my unit was on the way to reoccupy the Quang Tri citadel. We saw 100,000 civilian dead body on the road number 1, full of 5 miles, along with the patient of the hospital of the Quang Tri city. They were killed by the Vietnamese communist field artillery. 1/3 patient of the hospital. Nowadays, the Vietnamese call the 5 dead body miles is a terrible avenue. Therefore, we immigrants don't want to see the red, yellow star flag. That is a dreadful, awful, terrible flag.
Thank you, sir.
That is true bloody flag.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It must stay away from us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Tôi Trần Thị Ánh Tuyết, cựu Hội trưởng Hội Phụ nữ Việt Nam Hải ngoại Bắc California, cư dân quận 8, San Jose.
My name is An Tuyết Thai Tran, the ex-president of Overseas Vietnamese Women's Association, North California.
Xin trân trọng kính chào ông thị trưởng và quý vị nghị viên thành phố.
I would like to sincerely say hello to the mayor and the city council.
Kính thưa quý vị, chị em phụ nữ chúng tôi đều có chồng là quân nhân quân lực Việt Nam Cộng Hòa. Chồng chúng tôi đều bị tù đầy rất khốn khổ, bị lao động khổ sai nhiều năm.
Dear all, we women have husbands who were the soldiers of the Republic of Vietnam. Our husband was put in prison miserably.
Bản thân chúng tôi, con chúng tôi đều bị đầy ra kinh tế mới, trăm bề khổ cực.
Ourselves, our children were exiled to the new economy zone.
Chúng tôi rất kinh tởm lá cờ máu của Việt Cộng.
We discussed the bloody flag of the communists.
Xin quý vị hãy giúp chúng tôi đừng để bọn chúng xuất hiện tại thành phố này, vì trong trận chiến Việt Nam có 58.000 binh sĩ Mỹ đã chết.
Please help us. Do not allow those flags to appear in this city, because in there 58,000 American soldiers have died.
Chúng tôi rất mang ơn quý vị và xin chúc quý vị dồi dào sức khỏe. Xin quý vị bầu cho yes cho item 3.8.
We really appreciate for your support. We're wishing you a great health. Good night. Please vote yes for item 3.8.
Xin cảm ơn quý vị rất nhiều.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome.
Good evening, Mayor and Council member. My name is Nghị Viên. I'm 74 years old. After the fall of U.S.-backed Saigon government, I was put in jail for 17 years. It's a long time and hard time for me. In what so-called the rehab center, you know about that and you hear about that. So I suffer a lot. By my brainwashed, my forced labor, and day and night hunger all the time. That's why today I came here, strongly support the resolution 3.8, and I strongly oppose the red flag of the communist regime in Vietnam that symbolize the bad guy, the cruel, the brutality, and please help us vote yes on 3.8 resolution today. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Welcome.
Good evening, Mayor and all the City Council members. My name is Minh Ngọc Đỗ. I'm a resident of San Jose City for 35 years. And I also employee 25 years, and I am voter for 30 years. I do not want to see the communist Vietnam flag be in display in San Jose City, beautiful our city, and displaying the communist Vietnam flag will cause strong opposition in the Vietnamese and American community. So please vote yes for resolution 3.8. Thank you. And I against the Vietnamese community flag. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mayor and all the city council and audience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Dạ, xin chào quý vị.
Dear all,
Đây là những lý do mà chúng tôi không muốn cờ cộng sản, cờ của ác quỷ hiện diện tại cái vùng tự do này.
these are the reasons why we do not want to fly the devil flag in this freedom land.
Chúng tôi nhớ lại 5.000 người bị thảm sát tại Huế.
We recall there are 5,000 people were being massacred at Huế.
Mà trong những cái hầm chôn đó, những người bị chết bị cột lại với nhau và hộp xương của họ bị đập bể.
In those bunkers, people are being tied up and their skull are being crushed.
Đó là những người vô tội bị chế độ cộng sản tàn sát.
Those are innocent people being brutally killed by the communists.
Cái điều mà đau lòng hơn nữa đó là cái cuộc pháo kích vô trường tiểu học Cai Lậy.
And then something that stands out more is when they try to bombard Cai Lậy City.
Quý vị có thể tưởng tượng rằng những em nhỏ 5 tuổi, 7 tuổi nằm chết mà tay còn ôm những cái quyển sách của họ, những đứa em đó đẫm máu.
Can we imagine all the children 5 years old, 7 years old, they were laying on the ground, body covered with blood, and then they're still clutching on their books.
Quý vị không thể tưởng tượng một cái chế độ tàn ác như vậy hiện diện tại cái thế giới này.
Yeah, you cannot imagine that letting that regime, that's such a brutal regime to exist in this city, in this
Tôi mong
world.
rằng cái cờ của cộng sản, cờ của ác quỷ không thể hiện diện tại vùng tự do này.
I hope that the communist flag, the devil flag, cannot appear, exist in this land.
Cảm ơn quý vị.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm sorry, your name, sir? What is his name? No, your name?
Yeah. Thank you.
Your name, sir?
Chào, my name is Quốc Nguyễn.
Thank
My
you,
name
sir.
is Quốc Nguyễn.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank
All
you,
right.
sir.
Welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and all city councilor. My name is Minh Nguyen. I am the president of Vietnam National Military Academy alumni. I firmly respect and believe that freedom and democracy and human rights are essential rights to the life of every citizen in the free and democratic government. As a former Vietnamese refugee living in the city of San Jose, we believe in our Republic Vietnam yellow and three-stripe flag, which symbolize freedom and democracy. We oppose the Viet communist flag red with the gold star in the middle, which is the symbol of totality and oppression and undemocratic government and constant violation of human rights. That flag had no place in our city, in our nation. Good, I believe we already fought hard and protect our freedom and democracy for centuries. I am here to express my support the proposed resolution, which prohibit the use and display of the Vietnamese communist flag in any and all public area. Thank you for your consideration and cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Tien Tan Pham, followed by Sutton Van Vo, Nan Nguyen, Nhiep Phan, Kathy living on Mammoth Drive, Ha Trio, and Blair Beekman. Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you already know, the red flag of a communist is the symbol of violence of human rights, of imprisonment and massacre and everything bad. So the display of this flag is an insult for the population and disgrace for the city. So I strongly oppose the display of it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Welcome. If you could introduce yourself, please.
Giới thiệu tên mình. Giới thiệu
My
tên.
name is King Đoàn.
My name is King Đoàn.
I'm the San Jose residency. I'm an American voter. I'm a victim of the communist system. I can speak English, but let me speak Vietnamese so the Vietnamese people, những người cộng sản nghe tôi nói rõ.
So that the communists can hear me clearly.
Tôi phục vụ cho quân đội Hoa Kỳ.
I serve in the U.S. military.
Đơn vị của tôi là ông Tổng thống Kennedy ban bố cái lá cờ vàng ba sọc đỏ để đội trên đầu.
Yeah, President Kennedy has given our unit like a condemnation.
Quân đội bí mật.
And then we were in the secret special secret army.
Chúng tôi học và biết rõ ràng communist như thế nào.
We were trained and we learned exactly how the communists are.
Only I can say, chúng tôi có thể nói rằng là đã đạo cộng sản.
Only we can say that down to the communists.
Đã đạo lá cờ của cộng sản.
Down with the communist flag.
Chúng tôi không muốn ở gần cái lá cờ của cộng sản.
We do not want to be near the communist flag.
Chúng tôi nói ra thay thế cho những người đã chết mà không nói được.
We speak up on behalf of those who have lost their lives unspoken.
Xin Hội đồng thành phố đừng để cho lá cờ nhuộm máu đó để cho chúng tôi trở thành những người nightmare.
Please, I would like the city council do not allow that bloody flag to exist in this city and it becomes our nightmare.
Down with communists. Communists is cheap Charlie.
Down with communists.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Please introduce yourself.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. My name is Thanh Phạm. I'm a resident of Santa Clara County. I'm here today to ask you to support Resolution 3.8 and do not allow the red flag, the Vietnamese Communist flag, to fly in San Jose for one reason: to allow that flag to fly in San Jose is to dishonor 58,000 American soldiers who sacrificed in Vietnam to protect South Vietnam and millions of people who die for freedom. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Good evening, my Mayor and City Council. My name is Kathy Pham. This is the first time I'm here. Actually, because this evening I hear on the radio 1,500 talking about this meeting. And talking about this subject that one person wants to display the red flag, communism flag, here in San Jose. And at the resident at the District 4, okay, I vote for Longip. But okay, so you need to listen my voice because I am vote for you, okay? Then, I am the one who vote for him, but that we need to listen to my voice. If not, next time I don't vote for you and I will tell other people don't vote for you as well, okay? Then, I am the victim of communism, Vietnamese communism. In April 1975, the communism come and then take away all of my property, my family property, my father. And by that time, I am just 12 years old. Too young to understand what happened around me. And then they put my father in the jail, in the prison.
Thank you,
and they say that
Come on. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I
Thank you
want to
very
say
much.
that I don't want the red
Yes.
flag. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And we listen even if you don't vote for us. Okay. Welcome.
Em cứ đứng nếu cô cả. Hi, my name is Kathy Vo. Now I am American citizen. I live in District 5 over 26 years. I am here to support native flag and I oppose Vietnamese communist flag.
Move the microphone, please, so she can be heard. Thank you.
I am here to support native national flag and I oppose Vietnamese communist flag. Why? Because this communist flag reminds me about over 200 people, both people, my relative, my friend, was died under the sea on the way they was running out of the communists. I against the communists because after war in 1975, they received a lot $1 million from a lot international country in the world, but over 50% people in Vietnam now still have not enough food, not enough dress, and a lot of children have no chance to go to school. Just because their family so poor, they don't have enough money. I wish you support for the item 3.8. I appreciate
Thank
and
you.
God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Dear Mayor and dear Council Member, one more time, this time only 1 minute, so I owe you my story again, okay? So now talk about story of the San Jose. I've been here from 1982. I work over here, and we build up the San Jose. That time, San Jose, small, and not many business. So refugees of Vietnam come here, 1980 something, 82. Then from ODB, then XO. We come here, we build up San Jose now, the 10th of the largest city in the United States. And we work so hard. And we expect, no more communists here. I come here, I have many choices when I was a refugee. I chose United States because I think the United States is the last country to become communist if the rest come over. So that's I wish you guys vote yes for resolution 3.8 item today. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Beekman, Kimmy Nguyen, followed by Jane Do Bui, Kong Do, Mindy Nguyen, Toan Nguyen, and Brian Do. Hello, Mr. Beekman.
Hi. To start, I think this is a time to reach out and make some new connections on all sides for people here in San Jose. There are parts of San Jose that are humanistically trying to accomplish a healthier and even future for this city, this country, and this world. The war is ending in this country. That the war was created on 9/11/01. This war is ending. We are starting to believe in civil rights and civil protections. It's time the people of San Jose learn how to refocus their human rights questions towards the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. And it's time to learn constructive ways to offer your anger, and with the intention towards healing, forgiveness, and living together again in some sort of harmony. The words of the mayor trying to work on this issue are very important at this time, and I hope they can be respected by everyone in this place. Thank you, and to learn some new words, Ngo Choi.
Welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and City Council members. My name is Jane Du Bui. I am President of District 10, and I am also Vice Chairman of the Women for Human Rights in Vietnam. I'm here to voice my support to the Resolution 3.8. The red flag of the communist government is just represent for all the nightmare, the bad, the painful past, and all the disturb of our life. to me, that flag is just covered by blood of almost 60,000 of our GIs. It's just like, it's almost 500,000 Vietnamese people try to run away from it. So when we try to away from it and we cannot accept it, we cannot see it here. It hurt, it's painful. And you know, on that last Saturday, there was thousands of people go on the street for women's march. Because of why? Because of the human rights call, because of democracy call.
Thank you.
So because of that, we vote.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please vote for yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. She can stay there if that's easier for her. We don't wanna, whatever's easier. Chào bà.
Kính chào ông thị trưởng, phó thị trưởng và các nghị viên thành phố San Jose.
Cô đứng sát gần cái máy.
Dạ. Hôm nay tôi có mặt ở đây cũng vì lá cờ máu của Tập đoàn Cộng sản Việt Nam.
Today I'm here also because of the bloody communist flag.
Chồng tôi hơn 10 năm bị tù khổ sai Cộng sản Việt Nam và đã chết trong tù.
My husband has been imprisoned in the communist prison for more than 10 years and had lost his life there.
Các con tôi vì thế đã liều chết vượt biển đổi lại hai chữ tự do.
Because of that, my children have risked their lives to cross the sea to exchange for the freedom.
43 năm rồi, Tập đoàn Cộng sản Việt Nam đã bán đất nước tôi cho tàu Cộng.
43 years past, the communists have sold our country to China.
Dân tộc tôi lầm than đói khổ. Đồng bào Việt Nam cũng như con tôi đã và đang có công ăn việc làm, đóng thuế cho chính phủ, phát triển cho đất nước này.
Yeah. Our country, we have lost the poverty, and then we come here, then we have work and pay our taxes to this country.
Xin Hội đồng thành phố nhớ đến 58.000 quân đội Hoa Kỳ đã ngã xuống trên quê hương chúng tôi vì lá cờ Cộng sản này.
I implore the city council and all the city members to remember that 58,000 American soldiers had fallen because of this communist flag.
Vì thế không một lý do gì mà đồng bào chúng tôi phải nhìn thấy lá cờ đó trên đất nước này.
Due to that fact, there's no reason why we need to see that communist flag flying in this country again.
Cảm ơn.
Xin cảm ơn
Thank you.
Hội đồng thành phố.
Thank you, City Council.
Tôi
nói tên. Cô nói tên.
Tôi tên là Đào Nguyên Nguyễn.
My name is Đào Nguyên Nguyễn.
Sống ở 66 Dodge Jackson.
I live at 66 Dodge Jackson Avenue.
Okay. Please don't repeat that. That's okay. We don't need to know our address. Thank you. Welcome. Clearly.
Good evening, Mayor and Council Member. My name is Mindy, and I'm here on behalf of Assembly Member Osh Kaura. I would like to thank Council Members Jimenez, Nguyen, and Vice Mayor Carrasco for putting this resolution forth to City Council. After the war, my grandfather was labeled a traitor and was put in a re-education camp where my mom would not see him for 8 years. My father left his fate to the ocean and escaped Vietnam by boat. It would be the last time he saw his family. And while these stories that I share are my own, it is part of a collective story of the Vietnamese people here that we share as refugees. My family stories, as well as stories as those who stand behind me, are woven into the Vietnamese yellow flag. As it is raised during Lunar New Year, Black April, displayed in our homes, our temples, and our community, it is a reminder of our journey and the longing of our former country. But it also carries the value of democracy, human rights, and freedom that has guided us to where we are today. Passing this resolution to oppose the red flag is to respect the foundation of the Vietnamese American community that has created here in America. It is to pass this resolution is to recognize and honor the strength and resilience of the Vietnamese American community here. Assemblymember Kaura and I would like to thank the Council for taking a stand with the Vietnamese community, and we urge you to adopt this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome, sir.
Good evening. My name is Thành. I'm a San Jose resident. I'm an engineer and also a political prisoner. And I think the city's council already hit up the whole story about what happened. We, as Vietnamese, run away from the communist regime. We have almost like 1.5 million the Vietnamese living in the U.S. In San Jose, we have more than 120,000 people. And if you look in the back, you can see more than 200 people come here to support for the SSS resolution. I challenge the people who claim they want to exercise the freedom of expression. Here, we don't need them. Vietnam need them. If they want to challenge the Vietnamese communists, go back to Vietnam and challenge the Hanoi government. I am the one go back to Vietnam and challenge and exercise the freedom of expression, and they put me in jail. So I am the victim of the Vietnamese communists. We learn a lesson. We don't want to see 1,000 people get on the street and protest the Little Saigon issue. We cannot forget it. We have almost like 10,000 of Vietnamese protests in Westminster because someone tried to display a leader of Vietnamese communists.
Thank you,
I
sir.
think we learned the lesson, and we don't want that to happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. Please.
Good evening. My name is Tone Nguyen, and I'm here speaking on behalf of the Vietnamese community. For many Vietnamese Americans in the Bay Area, seeing the red flag with the gold star reminds them of the life they were forced to leave behind. The red flag reminds them of friends and the soldiers who were killed during the war, both Vietnamese and American. They are reminded of the families who mourn these deaths and of their own mourning. It has been over 40 years since the end of the war, and all this time has not healed their emotional wounds. They still feel pain when they see the red flag. I do not want our elders, those refugees who risked their lives to flee a country that was no longer theirs, to feel pain when they visit a city agency. They should not be reminded of that dark time in their lives. To many, the Confederate flag is a symbol of the states that advocated slavery during the Civil War. It represents the oppression that they faced before slavery was abolished and the oppression they face even after slavery was abolished. Currently, the state of California prohibits state agencies from selling or displaying items bearing the Confederate flag. This is since September of 2014. So there is precedence for this resolution to pass. We urge you to support it.
Thank you, sir. Welcome. Hi, could you introduce yourself?
Hello. Kính thưa ông thị trưởng và toàn thể các vị Council City.
Dear City Mayor and all the council member of the city.
Dạ, hôm nay tôi lên đây là để xin biểu lộ cái ý muốn của tôi đối với lại tụi cộng sản.
Today I come up here to express my wish, my desire toward the communists.
Could you please ask her to introduce herself?
My name is Kim Nguyễn.
Thank you.
Quên. Và tôi đến hôm nay tôi muốn nói rằng là cộng sản chỉ là một cái đảng cướp của và bóc lột dân chúng.
Today I want to come here to tell you that the communists are just thieves and they just want to exploit the civilians, exploit them, strip them of their assets.
Mà Hồ Chí Minh là đảng trưởng.
Ho Chi Minh being the leader.
Chúng tôi gia đình tôi đã phải di tản từ Bắc vào Nam năm 1954.
Our family we have moved in 1954 from the North Vietnam.
And we go to Saigon, miền Nam Việt Nam.
And we went to South Vietnam in Saigon.
Chúng tôi xây dựng Sài Gòn thành một cái thành một cái thành phố rất là đẹp đẽ tráng lệ và
We built Saigon into a very beautiful city.
20 năm sau,
20 years later,
1975 tụi Cộng sản nó lại trở vào.
In 1975, the communists returned.
Nó cướp lần nữa.
And then they tried to rob us one more time.
And chúng tôi lại phải di tản đi qua chạy ra biển. Và may là có nước Mỹ bảo trợ.
This time we have to run to the cities, the seas, but we're lucky that we have the assistance from America.
And now 40 năm rồi tôi cầu rằng là tụi Cộng sản không còn nữa.
For 40 years we wish that the communists no longer exist. Thank you.
Mr. Doe, welcome. After Brian Doe is Nguyen Nguyen, followed by Christine Nguyen, followed by Mary Lay, followed by Lee Nguyen, followed by Tran Nguyen, followed by Long Lay. Brian.
Good evening, honorable mayors and council members. Will be speaking on my name is Brian Doe. I will be speaking on behalf of Congressman Ro Khanna. First, the Congressman would like to thank Councilmember Tam Nguyen for your leadership on this project, on these resolutions. He also would like to thank the mayor and all the other council members who have voiced their support of these resolutions and those who have signed on this memo. The Congressman support the San Jose City Council resolutions tonight that oppose the display of the red flags of the totalitarian regime of Vietnam. That regime has suppressed human rights and jailed writers and dissidents. One of the reasons the Congressman has opposed the TPP is that we should not conduct business with that regime until respect human rights. We also should not display its flag in San Jose. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kính thưa quý vị, tôi là Mary Lê, Hội trưởng của Hội Phụ nữ Thiện nguyện Việt Mỹ Bắc Cali.
Dear, my name is Mary Lee, and I am the chief member of the Vietnamese American Volunteer in North California.
Tôi hoàn toàn chống lại lá cờ đỏ Việt Cộng xuất hiện tại thành phố San Jose.
I completely oppose to the display of the communist flag in San Jose.
Vì chị em phụ nữ chúng tôi có rất nhiều những người đã có chồng con, thân nhân chết trong lao tù cộng sản.
Because us being women in this association, we all have husbands and sons that have been died in the communist prison.
Sự hiện diện của lá cờ đỏ sẽ gây bất an cho người dân yêu chuộng tự do tại San Jose.
The presence of the red communist flag will cause a lot of uneasiness and not peaceful for the people in San Jose.
Vì vậy chúng tôi xin quý vị say yes trong nghị quyết 3.8.
Therefore we want you to say yes on item 3.8.
Thành thật cảm ơn quý vị. Việt Nam Cộng Hòa muôn năm. Việt Nam Cộng Hòa muôn năm. Việt Nam Cộng Hòa muôn năm.
Live life with the Republic of Vietnam.
Welcome. You could introduce yourself, please.
My name is Christine. Hello, Mayor and fellow council members. Con xin kính chào cô chú. I was born here in the U.S., a country founded upon the assertion of individual human rights and their protection. We all have the same liberties that were documented in the Bill of Rights, which is a privilege that not everyone on this planet has access to. I oppose posting of this flag in front of our city hall because it does not represent a republic. It represents bloodshed, tragedy, and the lack of freedom in the country. It represents conquest, human suffering, and most of all, it represents evil. Seeing this flag waving in front of our city hall would remind Vietnamese American citizens of the horrors they so desperately escaped, the heartache that followed them overseas. Please do not add to this suffering, and please make the right choice.
Thank you. Hi, please introduce yourself.
Kính thưa quý vị, tôi Trần Nguyên, Nguyên hội trưởng Hội Bị Động Quân Bắc California.
Yes, dear, I am Tran Nguyen. I am the chief of the residents in Northern California.
The Vietnamese Ranger, Northern of California.
the Vietnamese veteran of Northern California.
Kính thưa quý vị, trước năm 1975, miền Nam của chúng tôi, quốc gia Việt Nam Cộng Hòa của chúng tôi,
Before
là một quốc gia chính
1975,
danh.
our country, the Republic of Vietnam, is an authentic country.
Và được Liên Hợp Quốc đã công nhận.
And was being recognized by the United Nations.
Tuy nhiên, năm 1975, Cộng sản miền Bắc đã vi phạm Hiệp định Paris năm 1973 và đã cưỡng chiếm quê hương quốc gia của chúng tôi.
However, in 1975, the communists have violated the United Nations Geneva and then had aggressively invade our country in Vietnam.
Sau 40 năm, hiện tại, ngay tại quê hương của chúng tôi, những người dân Việt Nam của chúng tôi vẫn sống trong chế độ áp bức vô nhân quyền của bọn Cộng sản.
After 40 years, even our patriots, our Vietnamese people still living in their homeland, still under the oppression and the brutality of the communist regime.
Một quốc gia vi hiến, một chính phủ vi hiến và một chính quyền không có nhân quyền, không tôn trọng tự do và dân chủ.
A country and then the people, and then they have violated the constitutional right and then do not respect the human rights.
Vì thế, lá cờ của họ không thể nào được chấp nhận xuất hiện trong một nước tự do như nước Hoa Kỳ.
Therefore, their flag cannot be accepted or tolerated to fly in this free country of America.
Đặc biệt là trong thành phố San Jose thân yêu của chúng ta.
In our dear city of San Jose.
Chúng tôi, những người Mỹ gốc Việt, tị nạn cộng sản.
We are the Vietnamese American citizens.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on. Welcome.
Hello, Ms. Mays and Council member. Mr. Welcome, Mr. Jimenez. This is a new member now. You know, when President Obama went to Vietnam, they say they love Vietnam. They say they love Vietnam people. But he never and ever say love Viet Cong. Remember like that. The communists, they all the time kill people, not the past. Pending right now. They kill the people, yell the people, and they cut the people, never judge it. Don't think we forgive, but we not forgot everything communists did to my country. You see it, this city beautiful.
Thank you,
we
sir.
cannot have blood, red blood like that.
Thank you very much.
You.
Hi, please ask him to introduce
Tôi tên
himself.
là Lý Nguyễn.
My name is Lai Nguyen.
Tôi xin kính chào ông thị trưởng cũng như hội đồng thành phố.
I sincerely say hi to the city mayor and all the city council members.
Hiện nay tôi sống ở khu vực 8 thuộc thành phố San Jose.
I currently live in District 8 of San Jose.
Trước 1975, năm 72 tôi có nhập ngũ vào đơn vị biệt động quân.
Prior to 1975, in 1972, I have served an artillery forces.
Năm 74 tôi bị Việt Cộng bắt làm tù binh.
In 74, I was captivated by the communists.
Sau 4 năm tù, tôi tưởng về được làm người dân sống an bình.
After 4 years later, I thought that I could return to live peaceful as a civilian.
Nhưng mà chế độ cộng sản nó quá ác, tôi không thể sống được ở trong nước tôi nữa.
But the communist regime was so brutal, I cannot live in that country.
Không có nhân quyền, không có tôi không thể làm được, không được làm có tiếng nói của người dân.
No human rights, and I cannot be equivocal as a civilian.
Và tôi phải vượt biên, may mắn tôi được đến nước Mỹ này.
So I have to cross the seas, and then luckily I came to the United States.
Tôi mong quý vị support cho resolution 3.8.
I hope you support for item 3.8.
Là không có cờ đỏ sao vàng ở nước Mỹ này.
Okay, no red flag.
Xin chào quý vị.
In this country of America. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. My name is Do Doãn Lương, and I would like to address the horrible symbols that the communist flag symbolize. Just this week, the communist government of Vietnam arrested 4 human rights people, activists, which enraged the whole international community. One of them is a women's rights activist. Then her 2 kids were on the street temporarily until they were picked up by relatives. It happened this week, not 10 years ago. Communism does not represent Vietnam. The communist red flag does not represent the Vietnamese people. We looked high and low throughout 4,000 years of Vietnamese history and could not find anything that represents communism in the Vietnamese history. There's no red and gold star of the communist flag throughout 4,000 plus years of Vietnamese history. The communist flag represents oppression and murder and confiscation of people's land. They respect no one. Please do not honor this flag.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Your name, sir?
Long Lei.
Welcome.
Mr. Mayor, many of us, we hate the communist regime, but we're here to defend American ideas. San Jose has prided itself on being diverse without prejudice, but here you're banning a national flag. This...
Wait a minute. Whoa. Everyone is going to have a right to speak here. If anyone speaks out, if anyone is speaking out and they're not at this podium, we're going to ask you to leave, and we're going to have people removed. I want everyone to be quiet while we hear from each and every speaker. Everyone deserves respect to be heard. Yes, sir.
We believe this sets a bad precedent and will put you guys in a tough spot in the future. Will you ban the flag of Mexico next, the flag of Cuba, China, Russia, or any Middle Eastern flags afterwards? Also, this would also show that in the future, if enough majority comes and give you pressure, you will have to ban other symbols of religion, symbols of ethnicity, and other flags at that time. We do not support the communist flag, but we want to keep San Jose free and an open city for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, Chris Lay, followed by Long Tran, followed by Sophie Dow, followed by Thomas Nguyen, Quang Fung, and King Tran. Sir, please do not do anything to harass or torment anyone who has been speaking. That includes taking photographs of them while they're walking. Thank you.
Chris Lee of the Libertarian Party. Mr. Mayor, we are not here to defend the communist flag. We are here to defend another idea, an idea of a free society. 900,000 of your residents, they are loyal to another powerful idea, an idea of a free country that welcomes everyone. Because tomorrow, San Jose cannot call itself a free and open city anymore. The real question tonight, is this resolution American? Does it represent our value of a free and open country that welcomes everyone? We took this resolution to the political parties and we asked them, is this American? 2 of them said no. The Green Party, they are voting on it tonight, and it does not look like this resolution will survive the vote. We also reached out to Peace and Freedom and the Republican Party. The political parties, they are the defenders of our American ideas, and I fear this resolution will not pass the test.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Long Tran?
Good evening. My name is Long Tran. I'm a U.S. citizen living and working in San Jose City. I escaped from Vietnam by boat, running away from the communists, Vietnamese communists, who kill, imprison, and torture many hundred thousands of innocent Vietnamese. Up to today, up to this point, the Vietnamese communists still continuously violating all the basic human rights in Vietnam. That's why please ban the Vietnamese communist flag in San Jose City and in anywhere else if you can. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Welcome, Sophie. Hello, Ms. Dow.
Good evening, Mayor and Councilman. I'm here to ask you to support Resolution 3.8. That red flag belongs to a regime that suppresses human rights, a brutal regime that represents evilness, bloodshed, oppression, and murder. They torture people, they blow up schools, they imprison people, steal their homes, take their land, selling our land to China. We do not support these activities, and thus we do not want to see that flag flying in our city of San Jose. When we sworn in as citizens of the United States, every one of us had to swear under oath that we're not members of a communist regime. That is the value of this country. That red flag is a communist flag. We, as Vietnamese American residents of San Jose, do not accept or tolerate that communist flag because it belongs to a communist country that does not support human rights, if you have all heard tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome, sir.
Good evening. My name is Quang Phung. The Honorable Mayor Ricardo, the Honorable Council members, fellow San Jose residents, and the audience. I would come here today to urge all of the councils, the mayor and the council member to vote for 3.8. Use your elect power and stand with our Vietnamese community, Vietnamese American community, say no to the red flags. Your action will help eradicate that brutal regime and completely eradicate it in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hey, Thomas.
Dear City Council, I am Thomas Nguyen, Vice President of the American Voter of Northern California. A lot of people appear today and telling you a lot of terrible experience with the communist regime. Therefore, I would like to tell you another angle of the life. Whenever you display the communist flag in front of the city property, I believe with you, thousands of Vietnamese Buddhists, they will come over here, pack up the city, and sit on hunger strike. And later on, whenever the blood reaching to the boiling point, some of them will shoot aside and put them on fire in front of the city hall and in front of the Martin Luther King Library to raise the voice. Therefore, on the position of the public observant, I believe you will pass the solution tonight and then save a lot of money for the law enforcement to protect the city in the normal operation. Therefore, please vote yes on this solution, and then we're going to have a good night. Thank you very much for your night.
Thank you, Tom. Nia Nguyen, followed by Jimmy Phan, Quay Do, Luong Do, Phuong Hoang. I think I actually spoke a bit ago. Duan Nguyen Nguyen, and Man Nguyen.
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Mayor, City Attorney, City Manager, and the rest of the council member. My name is Nghị Viên. I'm a U.S. citizen of District 7 here in San Jose, and I'm also a two-tour Army vet. So I was born after the war. I really don't know much about what's going on, but ever since I grew up here in America, I believe in the freedom that we have here, and I can see how the flags represent a lot. As an Army vet, I fight for our country fight against terrorists. So flying something like a Vietnam communist flags could be similar with something like flying like an ISIS flags up here in the City Hall. And I lost a lot of men and brother in the war, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people here feel the same way. So for me, I think it's to have something like, maybe flying like a terrorist flags up here. I might have to go to war again, just defend our countries, and I don't want to see something like that here, like a Vietnamese American, a Vietnamese communist flags, So please.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening. I am very honored and happy to be here. My name is Jimmy Phan. I am San Jose resident living at District 7. What I would like to ask you, our mayor, our council member of City of San Jose, please support item 3.8. I am strongly to oppose the display of flag of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam on city-owned flag policy. If you support item 3.8, I guarantee I will vote for you. Thank you for your time, and God bless all of you.
Thank you. Quaido, Long Do? They did, okay. Fong Wang? Man Nguyen? Sam Ho? Sam Lay? Sam Ho's coming, okay. After Sam Ho is Sam Lay, Phuc La, and Huy Nguyen. Hi, Sam.
Good evening, Mayor and Council members and our fellow citizens. Thank you for the opportunity to speak in support of this resolution that we do not fly the red communist flag in the city of San Jose. Because what commonalities we have between the American flag, the Vietnamese heritage and freedom flag, and the Declaration of Independence is freedom, democracy, human rights, and the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Contrary to that is the red flag, known also as the blood flag, representing bloodshed and suffering for last 41 years. In many families, millions left the country. In 1975, I was 14 years old. My mom, at 32 years old, we were in the small boat. She had to use a sheet and cover our heads, 10 of us, and say that if we die right now in this ocean at 7 p.m. on April 30th, we die together. That was the most peaceful time we had, April 30th. And then, when my wife was 8 years old, in 1976, 75, her dad was in prison, taken away from her mom, young mom, and 8 years old, and never told where to go, when to come back.
Thank you,
6 years later, so we fight and we ask you to support this because of those lives.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome. Could you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Sam Lee. And I'm a Vietnamese American, but I'm a proud American first. We should not support any resolution that jeopardizes the national interests of our country. Right now, there are tensions in southern China Sea. Vietnam's the only ally we have left in the region, standing with us, helping us, defending us, and protecting our national interests. We have many ships across Vietnam today. And how are you going to tell that country that we're banning their flag? How am I going to visit my ancestors' country and tell them that I come from a city that bans their flag? We've lost many allies to China. We lost Philippines, we lost Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand. We even lost Cambodia. There are politicians in Asia that is in Vietnam right now, and they have suspicions towards our country. This resolution would only undermine our interests and give them powers to be more suspicious of us. We should not ban the national flag of our ally and expect nothing would happen. There will be repercussions. Today, we must ask ourselves if this resolution will make it harder to protect our national interests. Representing the young generation of Vietnamese Americans, we say, please don't do it. Please don't ban an entire country's flag. Anything that would compromise our national interests is unsafe for us.
Thank you, sir. Welcome.
Hello, Honorable Mayor. This is a very explosive and emotional issue, especially for the Vietnamese community. And for that reason, I'm here to speak against this resolution.
Your name, sir?
Phuc Ly.
Okay, thank you.
I'm speaking against this resolution because I want our Vietnamese community to be better. I want us to be a better community. It's easy to give in to these strong base emotions. I go to school with other Chinese colleagues. I go to school with other Mexican colleagues, with Cuban colleagues, and they say they face the same bitterness that we do now, that they suffer greatly from their homeland. They come here and they have to see the new flag from which they suffer under. And we Vietnamese community, we come here with threats of protest. We come here with promise of votes for this flag, which I think is very undemocratic. But I want us as a community, as a Vietnamese community, to be better than that. I want us, who are now Americans, to recognize these values and these ideals that are higher now that we are Americans. And that's why I would like to speak against this resolution.
Thank you, sir. Welcome.
Hi, good evening, Mayor and City Council. I'm come back again because I need to finish my opinion tonight.
Ma'am.
So you know.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. I believe you spoke already.
Oh, yeah. So I cannot speak one more time.
No, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, you spoke out of order without being called. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and City Council members, my fellow Vietnamese Americans, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Huy Nguyen. Thank you for the opportunity to voice my strong support for this resolution 3.8. As a Vietnamese American, a San Jose resident, and someone who has worked over the years with so many citizens of Vietnamese descent, first, second, and generation of Vietnamese Americans, I know I also speaking on behalf of so many of my friends who cannot be here today to voice their strong support as well. I don't want to see the communist flag of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam anywhere in the city of San Jose or anywhere in the world. We see it very clearly. On one side, the officially recognized Vietnamese freedom and heritage flag, the yellow flag with 3 red stripes, stands for freedom and human rights and happiness. On the other side, the communist flag stands for injustice, oppression, arrest, torture, imprisonment, and death.
Thank you, sir.
I just don't want to see my parents or any of my children.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Kathy, please, we want to make sure everybody's heard. That requires for us to all be quiet so we can hear them. Thank you. Kathy Pham, followed by Quinn Mai, followed by Andy Nguyen, and Gloria Pham. Again, Kathy Pham, Quinn Mai, Andy Nguyen, and Gloria Pham. If you're here, come on down. And if you've submitted a card but you have not yet spoken, then please also come down, because this is the end of the cards. Welcome.
1 minute.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good evening, Mayor and City Council members. My name is Quinn Mai. I am the Executive Director of Vietnamese Volunteer Foundations. I'm here to support this Resolution 3.8. And this is a really good opportunity to actually educate to share this with the city council and the rest of the community. 99.999% the Vietnamese American got here because of the elder generation that suffers so much from the both people, from both, right? So we fled the country to be here, and that is really painful experience for them. And for us, younger generation, we must learn to understand the history of our own community. And in order for us to work together with the Vietnamese community, we all have to learn and understand and honor and respect what they've been through. And that's why I asked you today to pass this resolution to honor and respect our foundations of the Vietnamese community here.
Thank you.
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and all the council. I'm not sure I missed my name or I didn't get called, but I'm coming up anyway.
Did you say your name, ma'am?
First of all, my name is Cecilia.
Thank you.
Yes. And first of all, I just would like to let you all know that those young kids who went up here earlier, to give them idea about the having that flag up there, I understand why, because their family back there, the country back there, if they don't do what they said, their family back there will not have a happy new year. That's for sure, because they knew them. But myself, for this, I like to vote yes for this. Because when I become citizen, American citizen, I remember become an American citizen, you cannot be a member of Nazi, which is communist. So no communists here in this country. So I'm here to represent myself and my two children who were born here. And matter of fact, my daughter, she was working for city council here also way back, Maria Lynn. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Good evening, Mayor and Council member and ladies and gentlemen here tonight. My name is Andy Nguyen. I'm a student of San Jose State. I came today to support our Vietnamese community. I do not want our Vietnamese elder, including my mother, to be reminded of all of the evil and grip what the communists did to us in the past. If they see the evil flag here, rise here, I don't want them to make a bad dream again. Because that flag, I never live with my father for a day because he is still in Vietnam, but he was in the prison in the 1975. I feel very sad when I see any children with their father because I don't have a father here. And I would like to thank you to the United States and this wonderful Silicon Valley because of this beautiful city, and I can have a good education. I don't want to see that evil flag rise here. Please vote yes for the item 348. Please.
Thank you, sir. Welcome.
My name is Gloria Pham. I'm a resident of District 10. Good evening, Mayor Liccardo, Vice Mayor Carrasco, and fellow council members. I come before you today to respectfully oppose the red flag. I do not support the red flag. I am American-born here. My great-grandfather was a general in the Vietnamese army. My parents and family, they all immigrated here. I'm here to express my concern being American-born. I hope that you all don't think that this issue only affects the elderly majority of people that spoke today. This affects me. I strongly support Resolution 3.8, and please, I urge you to consider the intentions of your vote and the lasting impact that it has on the community that you see before us. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Kính chào ông thị trưởng.
Good
Kính chào
evening.
quý vị.
Good evening, your mayor. Good evening, everyone.
Tôi là Thanh Võ,
My name is Tan Val.
cư trú tại quận địa hạt 7, thành phố San Jose.
a resident of District 7 in San Jose.
Trước đây tôi là một giáo viên và cũng là sĩ quan của quân đội Việt Nam Cộng hòa.
I used to be a teacher and also an officer of the Republic of Vietnam military.
Chúng tôi đến đây cũng như 99% người Việt tị nạn cộng sản đây xác nhận và chúng tôi không chấp nhận sự xuất hiện của lá cờ máu bất cứ chỗ nào,
We come
bất
here.
cứ thời điểm nào, bất cứ dưới hình thức nào.
We come here today, and 99% of the refugees run away from the communists of Vietnam. We want you to know that we will not accept the communist flag anywhere, under any circumstances, and under any circumstances.
Để chứng minh cho điều đó,
To prove for that,
chúng tôi xin đơn cử 53 ví dụ trong muôn ngàn tội ác của Cộng sản.
I would like to bring out here a few examples in millions of the crimes that the communists have done.
Đầu tiên, trong thời chiến,
First of all, during the war,
những dân làng ở nông thôn, nơi nào mà có cờ đỏ là dân đó bỏ cờ đỏ chạy qua phía cờ vàng.
anywhere in the countryside of Vietnam, wherever there was the red flag, people would run away to the yellow flag area.
Cộng sản chiếm tỉnh A, dân Việt Nam chạy về tỉnh B có cờ vàng.
The communists took over city A. Vietnamese people will run away to city B where the yellow flag were.
Thank you, sir.
Cuối cùng,
Cảm ơn.
người Việt Nam chúng tôi rất là bất hạnh.
Cảm ơn.
Mất Việt Nam năm 75. Cuối cùng chúng tôi đi đâu?
At the end,
Tôi đi đâu?
we Vietnamese people, the miserable Vietnamese people, we lost Vietnam. Where did we go?
Cảm ơn. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Cảm ơn.
Chúng tôi vượt biển.
We escaped.
No, ma'am, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Vượt biển.
No, there's no more time. Thank you. Come on. Kathy Pham and Steve Van. Kathy Pham or Steve Van?
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and Council and everyone tonight. I heard Chris mention that it's not politically correct to oppose the communist flags. Well, the thing I want to raise up is that, would I ask what is politically correct? Is it politically correct to go against 100,000 of Vietnamese in San Jose? Would it be correct if future chaos and disturbance await us? We Vietnamese suffer enough from communists. We don't want that again in the second home that we found. Please vote yes on 3.8.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, I've called all the cards, so if you've submitted a card but have not had a chance to speak, this is the last call. Otherwise, we're going to return to council for discussion. So, Councilmember Tam Nguyen.
Thank you, Mayor. May I defer to council speak first because we've been waiting for so long. So could I do that, Mayor, before?
I'm sorry?
Could I defer to the council to speak before I conclude?
Sure, certainly.
Please. I think you've been very kind, been waiting so long, so I would like to hear
Absolutely.
from the colleague. Thank you.
Is there another council member who would like to speak on this item? Okay, I think the floor is... Nope. Okay, Councilmember Diep.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. To the people here today, of all the council meetings in all the cities in all the world, you have to show up to this one, my very first meeting. It's a very special thing indeed for me as the first Vietnamese, American-born Vietnamese council member in San Jose to be here today, my first meeting, and have the last 2 hours filled with the yellow flag and to hear my mother tongue spoken. There are three things I like to say. First to the Vietnamese community, and that is, I'm very glad to see you here. I've heard your concerns, and I'm there with you. I don't recall when the last time this chamber was filled with this many Vietnamese people. I believe it might have been 2014 when the council was discussing a resolution to not have the city and its agents talk to and welcome representatives from the state of Vietnam. I think that it is important for the Vietnamese community to show up not just for the issues that are so personally important to us as a community, but also to make an effort to frequently show up for other discussions and other topics that the city of San Jose is facing, like our finances, our fixing our roads and transportation system, rebuilding our police force, so on and so forth. We are asking this council, who represents the entire city, to be there for us, and we should be there as active members of the community on other issues as well, because #We Are San Jose. Secondly, to the people who are not part of the Vietnamese community, those perhaps watching at home, those here who opposed this resolution, I see your point, but I must humbly disagree. I think that this is not an issue about free speech. It's not an issue about foreign affairs. This is something that is squarely within the purview of a city council to decide what happens on city flagpoles. And yes, these flagpoles are taxpayer funded, but legally, not everybody has the right to just put a flag up or take a flag down as they please. The city is the gatekeeper to that, and this council here, for the time being, is the designated body to make that determination. So government speech is also a form of speech. By opposing or supporting any symbol, flag for flying on the flagpole, the city of San Jose does not diminish anybody's individual ability to express their own individual viewpoints. To my council colleagues, this is my first meeting. With all these people here, I feel that somehow things have lined up. To get here today at this moment, I had to lose an election, overcome a recount, miss my first meeting, and be here today. So I feel somehow the lessons of my parents teaching me growing up, the stories that they told me about their journey as refugees fleeing communism and coming to America, their hopes for me to make use of the opportunities that I had in the United States to make something of myself, to not squander the opportunity granted to me in America, and to do what I can to bring those freedoms back to Vietnam. That is important to me. And to frame this issue again, this is not foreign affairs, this is not about freedom of speech. This is about a community who was harmed by communism, and they see a country that they feel they've lost, that they feel the government is not representative of them, the government that can oppress over 80 million Vietnamese people living there who don't have the right to say what they want. And these people here today, the vast majority of Vietnamese people in San Jose, wish to speak up on their behalf, to use their liberties, to speak up for the people in Vietnam, to say that, hey, Communist Party of Vietnam, you can use oppression to rule and silence dissenters in Vietnam, but anywhere you go outside of Vietnam, anywhere where there are free Vietnamese people, we will never respect you and we will oppose you because of your actions, and you are not legitimate leaders in Vietnam. So I guess what I'm saying is, everything lined up for me today to have this moment. I hope my colleagues don't take it away from me. Please join me in supporting this motion.
Thank you, Councilmember Diep. Councilmember Perales.
Thank you, Mayor, and I'll be brief. I just wanted to say thank you to the community members that came out today. Button turned off. I spent my time trying to understand some of the concerns here because we did get a little bit of opposition in regards to this from some of the Vietnamese community as well, and as you've heard from today, but obviously a smaller minority. And I think one of the major concerns that was brought up was around First Amendment rights. And I absolutely concur with our city attorney and my colleagues here and a number of the majority of the speakers. This is not about First Amendment rights. In fact, if somebody wants to fly the Vietnamese Socialist Republic flag on their own, I don't believe we'll see that in this community, but they can do so. We're talking here about city property, and we're talking about a city flagpole. And in fact, there are a number of flags that we won't fly there. And there was one that came up that actually has to do with our own personal history here in the United States that came up last year, which is with our Confederate flag being flown on government property. And so there is precedent for this. This is not something new. And here in San Jose, we support our Vietnamese community, the Vietnamese immigrants that are here, and I'll be happily supporting this motion.
Councilmember Jimenez.
I want to thank everyone for coming out. I also want to tell you that I will be supporting the motion, or the item 3.8 for the resolution. But you know what I've realized tonight is that not everyone is in agreement, and certainly there's a room full of supporters or supporters of the motion that are against the communist flag, and which I totally understand and respect, and that's why I'm supporting the motion. But I really do hope that, well, it's evident that there's some divides that need to be bridged, and I guess what I just want to say is that I hope the council member from District 7, Tom Nguyen, that potentially this is an opportunity to bring folks together, to have a dialogue, have a discussion. And I do hope that you take advantage of the fact that we now have a Vietnamese community center, and hopefully that can be the venue where you can begin to mend some of these bridges and make sure that people are actually having a dialogue and talking through some of these issues. So thank you.
Councilmember Camas.
Yes, I also want to express my thanks for the many people who came out and waited and spoke for 1 minute, and I appreciate everybody's strong opinions. I've supported this resolution in one way or another for the last 4 years. And I also want to express absolutely. I also want to express support for Councilmember Diep's idea that it takes more than showing up for one item to create a democracy. I hope you all stay involved. Make sure that communism doesn't creep into our system. And so, again, appreciate all that, and I'll be supporting this.
Vice Mayor Carrasco.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and I want to thank everybody who came out to speak for and against. It's always inspiring to see the community come out when they're very passionate about the issues. And I want to thank Councilmember Tam Nguyen for allowing me to sign on to the memo, along with Councilmember Jimenez. Over the last 7 years, and Councilmember Nguyen alluded to it, that I was, I hate to use this word, a victim of the propaganda many years ago, long time ago. But over the past 7 years, I've had an opportunity to understand the history better and to listen to very tragic events and very sad moments in our humanity, in the history of our humanity. And so I'm very happy to continue supporting the memo. And I just want to be able to say this as we look across our council members here, to have the kind of diversity that represents the diversity of San Jose is inspiring to me. Up here you have folks that are from your community, born in Vietnam, born in the U.S., understands the culture, are connected to the roots of your history. You have folks from all walks of life and from parts of all over the world, and that's what makes this such a great city. And because the memo is going to be written a little differently, and we will be talking about what we're voting on is not raising the communist flag on city poles. I am, again, in full support of that.
Councilmember Jones?
Yes. I want to also thank everyone who came out and spoke passionately about this issue. When I hear about the stories about the struggles and the pain and the oppression and what you've gone through in your journey, it reminds me a lot of how I would feel if the city raised the Confederate flag and all the pain, all the lynching, all the oppression that's associated with that flag. So I, to my core, understand how you feel and how you would feel if we raised the communist flag. So I'm totally opposed to that happening. I'm going to support the resolution, and I just want you to understand that. This is much more than issues of free speech. It's an issue of humanity and dignity.
Thank you. Councilmember Arenas?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for attending and for sharing your thoughts and opening up your heart and maybe recalling some of those experiences that still break your heart now. I certainly felt my heart very heavy listening to your experiences, but I'm grateful that you shared tonight. And for that reason, I am also going to be supporting this memo. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give it to Councilmember Tam Nguyen for the last word, but before I do that, I do want to first say to the community, to every member of the community who came to speak, Gamun, thank you for being here. That's important. It is important that we hear your voice, but I think it's really, what Councilmember Diep said was really critically important, which is that it is so important that we hear your voice here at City Hall about many issues, about affordable housing, about crime, about challenges that we have in supporting education for our children. There are a lot of things we deal with quite frequently here at City Hall that our community, our Vietnamese-speaking community, should have a very strong voice in. And I hope you will come back and across all these and many other issues as well. So thank you very much, Councilmember Diep, and thank you, Councilmember Tam Nguyen, for your leadership.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. May I say a few words in Vietnamese, please? Chúng tôi được phép ông thị trưởng cho nói tiếng Việt, xin nói vài lời. Chúng tôi rất là xúc động. Cảm ơn quý vị đã tới phát biểu, và quan trọng nhất là cảm ơn cái sự hợp tác quý vị đã cố gắng nhẫn nại để rất là lịch sự. Và tôi cảm ơn tất cả những người ủng hộ, và kể cả các bạn trẻ tới chống. I really wish to thank you so much. I feel your pain. Everybody feel your pain. But I also thank you for doing it right, which is come up and speak in an environmental democracy, and therefore I really appreciate your doing it by tolerating the opposition. Therefore, again, I not only thank everybody, but I also thank the gentleman, Thomas Welsh, I think, I didn't get your name, including Mr. Chrisley. Now I know you're Libertarian Party members. That's really cool for a young Vietnamese. I don't know what that is, so you know a lot more than I do. I think Mr. Sam Lee talking about U.S. interests. I mean, it's Phúc Lee. So I really admire you a lot, but let me share with you a couple of things. I would urge you tonight go home and ask yourself one question. Just one question is, why are we here? Why aren't we in Vietnam? So just with that one question, you will understand, and I tell you why. Let me share you my very brief personal story. I'm 60 years old. I've been through a lot. But when people vote me to become councilman, I thought I would know a lot too. But let me confess, I learned everything from beginning when I become a councilman. There's a lot to be learned here, and all my colleagues, all my friends who know me, been telling me so. Tam, you've changed. You have learned. I learned to be more polite, right? I learned more to work together. We learned to be more respectful. I learned more to appreciate the opposition. So honestly, last Wednesday I was upset with Chris Lee, but tonight I really admire you folks for being very polite, being very American. Stand up there, speak your mind, not being fearful. Those are the things never happened in Vietnam. So I want you to remember that. I remember that you had the freedom, you proudly exercise it here, and nowhere in the world, but here in America, but here in San Jose. So we have different opinions because I have the pain that you don't. I totally understand. But I would love to welcome you to our community center, where I would like to learn about you more, learn why you think that way, and who knows, you can learn from me too. So let me try to be. And on the simple note, on a simple story, after tonight, maybe to tomorrow, I will come to my mother's altar and I will tell her. I will tell my mom, who passed away 7 years ago. The reason is, my mom and me, we escaped from Vietnam to America when I was 18, 41 years ago. And my mom and I, we never talk about politics at all, never. Only one day, after dinner, she just blurted out, she said, Tam, something strange. I said, what's Mom? She said, about my sleep. I said, what about your sleep? She said, Tam, somehow I no longer have nightmares of being killed by communists. It didn't strike me then, but it took me a while to realize my mom been for 20 years, even in America, did not have a good sleep for 20 years. It took her 20 years to have a good night's sleep without nightmares because of all that she's been through. So I think tonight I will tell my mom that you can have a good sleep, Mom, because you will never have to wake up, worry again. So with that, I'm humbly thankful to the community who give me a home, who give me the hope, who give me the strength, and who give me opportunity to serve. So again, and I'm deeply humble and thank the support of council and the guidance of the mayor and the city attorney. With that, I thank you and I urge you for vote. Therefore, I ask for I make a motion to approve of this memorandum and motion item, and ask for a second, please.
The motion by Councilmember Nguyen, second by our Vice Mayor. Thank you very much, Councilmember Nguyen. And special thanks again to Dr. Kimberly Ho and our best wishes to the good folks in Westminster. We have a motion on the floor. Let's vote. And to all, Chuk Mun Namoy. The vote's unanimous. Mm-hmm.